Hey guys, today I want to tell you about a simple trade, but I think it's one of the more fun trades. It's funner than most other trades out there. It's one of the trades that I enjoy doing a lot. It's not something that happens every day. So you don't go out there expecting this is going to be my bread and butter play. And every day I'm going to be able to do this trade. But when it does happen, it can be very profitable and it's a very high probability trade when it happens. I made up a simple acronym for this trade, the Volt trade, which actually goes really well with the type of trade it is. But what we're looking at is a volume spike. So that's the V in Volt. Volume is one of those things that I don't use a lot in my technical analysis. I know a lot of other traders focus on volume. I think it's important in options trading a lot more than it is in trading an ETF or an individual stock. A couple of reasons. Volume has gone away from the underlying stock more toward options, especially with the explosion of zero DTE options, the zero data expiration options. A lot of volume's gone there. Volume is being split up between different ETFs that trade the SPY and the Qs and even individual stocks. Now there are, as you guys probably know, ETFs on single name stocks. So volume on the stock itself or on the ETF is just not as important as it used to be when I started trading. Like I used to look at volume quite a bit, but now I actually rarely have it on my chart. But in this situation, I put it on my chart when this trade is taking place. So it's not a trade that's going to happen in 5 seconds, right? So it starts happening, you'll see it, and then you'll be able to go through the steps of the trade that I'm going to show you here in a second. So our first thing is a volume spike on a sharp move, right? So the first thing that's going to happen, it's going to trigger this, is this sharp move. It can be up or down. It doesn't matter which one it is. But you need a sharp move up or down. We're going to get volume on that sharp move up or down. We're going to go from either a 2-minute chart, if that's what you're trading on, or a 5-minute chart, down to a 1-minute chart. This just makes it easier to see the trade and to execute the trade on the 1-minute versus the 2-minute. You can do it on a 2-minute chart. It's a little bit tougher on a 5-minute chart because of the characteristics of the trade. We're going to look for a long tail candle, a bottoming candle in the trade. And I'll show you this on the chart. And that long tail candle is going to trigger an entry. One thing to point out with this trade, you may have to do it a couple of times. An example I'm going to show you was a trade that I did, but I entered the trade and was wrong, got stopped out, and then re-entered the trade, which I think a lot of traders miss out on trades where they have an entry. They either put a stop at a wrong spot or they get stopped out and then the setup repeats in a short time frame and they don't re-enter because the trade went bad the first time. And I think a lot of traders miss out on profit because of that. And I'll show you an example of that. The Volt trade, let's jump to a chart and I'm going to show you exactly what we're looking for. So here's our chart of SPY, or the S&P 500. And this was a normal day. The market had moved higher and was now trading flat to a little bit down. And this is what happened around 12:20. The market started doing this. This is what I'm talking about. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it over. This is what I'm talking about when I mean a rapid decline lower. This is what we want to see, not this or even this. That's not a rapid, quick, sharp decline. We want to see it kind of look like a waterfall, right? It's really going down fast. When I saw this happening, and it was a news event, and as this is happening, what I'm doing, and look, time frame wise, we're talking about 16 minutes right? This from here to here is 16 minutes. So like I said, it's not you have to jump in the trade really quickly when it happens, but you want to see this sharp decline. And then when I see this, I'm doing two things. One, I'm going to put volume on my chart, right? I don't usually have volume on my chart. I'm going to put volume on as a first thing. The second thing I'm going to do is drop down to a 1 minute time frame. So here we are on the 1 minute. This is the exact same thing we saw on the 2 minute, right? This rapid decline lower. What I'm looking for is a spike in volume, which you can easily see here, right? The volume looked like this, basically doing between 10,000 and 40,000 per minute. And as we get this rapid decline, you see this spike higher in volume. That's what I want to see in order to put on this volt trade, is that spike in volume, right? A decline, spike in volume. I've switched to my 1 minute chart. I'm now looking for a long tail candle or a bottoming tail candle, right? So this was the first bottoming tail that I saw as this decline was happening on the 1 minute. The buy point is just above this candle, right? A bottoming tail means price was rejected at this lower level. So the ETF in this case started to move higher, and the buy point is above this bottoming tail candle. And I take this trade as this next candle clears the bottoming tail to the upside. I'm not waiting for this candle to close before I enter on the long side. So this is a trade I took, and I was in this candle here. All right. When this candle, I'm going to make it a little bigger. When this candle closed, this candle basically opened right here and was just above this candle. And that's where I was in this position. My stop is the low of the bottoming tail candle, right? So that was my stop, and I got stopped out. So the loss on this was right around 60 cents. And I'm getting stopped out a couple of times on this trade, trying to find this bottom. I want my loss to be relatively small. Say this was a spike down of a couple of dollars, and this was a bottoming tail that was that big. It would be a powerful reversal sign, but I'm not going to have a stop that is that big. So as long as your bottoming tail, and this is discretionary, as long as your bottoming tail isn't too big, I'm going to use the bottoming tail low as my stop. Okay, so I got stopped out, lost on this trade, but I still want to stick with the trade and look for the next bottoming tail candle, which was this candle. And so I was stopped out here. This candle finished. This candle then started and moved down further, right? It opened here, moved down, and then shot back up. And to me, that's another indicator of the strength. You had this candle to shoot back up. This candle goes down and it shoots back up. And basically what you're getting with this candle is a hairpin turn move, right? A almost bullish engulfing candle with the bottoming tail. And so now my entry, let me move this. My entry on this candle is just above the top of this candle, right? So the top of this green candle, that's my entry. So I re-entered here, and my stop now was here. Again, Not too big of a candle, not too big of a stop. So that's my stop. And as you can see on the second try, which again is no big deal, I'm fine with a second try in this type of situation. That was my entry. That was my stop. And you can see what SPY did after that. So this is really putting in a bottom when this happens. And for those of you that saw the video on reversal patterns, take a look at what sets up over here. You had another entry, which should keep you in this trade if you're already in it. But look at what happens at the 20. A power bar move, right? You've got this downtrend taking place. You get a power bar move and no base, right? I'm looking for a power bar. And again, I'll link to the other videos that show this particular setup. But I'm looking for a power bar move on a reversal where I'm using the 20. I'm looking for a power bar move and then a base, and I move higher. You didn't get it here, but you got it here. A power bar move, a pullback to the 20, and then it shoots out of this base. So this video is really to focus on this volt trade, but I just wanted to point out that this trade, this power bar, base, and move off the 20 also set up. So you had two bullish setups basically right in a row here within about a 20-minute time frame. Because remember, this is the 1 minute chart. And SPY kept going from here. It was the same thing in the Qs. So this was a really good trade. This was a really nice setup and continuation of this first trade, the volt trade, which, to wrap it up, you're looking for a spike lower, a volume spike, a switch to the 1 minute chart, which I'm on here, a long tail candle, which we got a couple of. So that made me get stopped out once and then re-enter this trade. So it took 2 tries to get into this trade. And that long tail candle triggered the entry with a stop at the base of the long tail candle. So that is the volt trade. Like I said, it's a fun trade because you're taking it in the middle of a market that's either spiking higher, and the opposite trade is true. If this were a spike higher, you would just be doing the opposite, right? You get a topping tail. You want to short below that candle with a stop above the topping tail. And again, it may take a couple of times on the upside spikes as well. But like I said, it's kind of a fun trade. I like doing it. You can get big reversal moves off this trade because you're getting a little bit of fear and panic in the market or the stock that you're trading when this happens. So next time you see the volt trade, give it a shot. If this video was helpful to you, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll do more trading videos showing setups like this. Thanks.